Dang, girl. Them struggles is real, fam. Been looking like shit. Let's just go ahead and get started here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Frankie Blue, and we're with another video, I guess. I don't know. As you guys can see from the setting in the back, I know it's a little bit different, and that's because I am not home. I'm actually house sitting for my sister who is out of town. Today we're just doing a little story time slash kind of get ready, or just, I don't know, I'm just kind of bored, so I'm just gonna beat my face. Well, just like regular beat, so we're just gonna talk. I'm gonna share a very embarrassing story that happened to me. Girl, the struggle is real, bitch. I wish that all this makeup was all mine. Like, literally, I was like, oh my god, like, I was gonna play it out, be like, look, you guys, that's all my makeup in the bag. But that ain't the case, okay? As you guys know from the title, I am going to do a little story time here. I'm gonna be sharing a story with you guys. I think I said that literally not like maybe a couple of minutes, like a minute or two ago. We're just gonna get ready. I'm gonna be sharing a couple of products here that I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna be telling you guys what I'm using to do like regular face and talking at the same time. So, well, does that even make girl mamas? And also before I get started here, I can never talk. Before I go ahead and get started here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Go ahead and be part of the tribe. Also make sure you like and share the videos. Let's jump into this video, bitch. So I'm gonna just start with priming my face. And the primer that I'm gonna be using is this Wet n Wild face primer, the matte face primer, which looks like this. I don't use this a lot, but this is just amazing. It's cheap too. It's really affordable. I think it's like $4, $5. And honestly, if you're looking for like a great mattifying primer to keep your skin nice and matte and fresh looking and oil control, this is a really good one at the drugstore. Bam! Wet n Wild's got your back, bitch. Go ahead and just rub that all here on my face. For story time today, oh my god, you guys are gonna die. Let me just kind of spritz my face a little bit. I'm using the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. This is in the scent Lavender. I like to kind of spritz some before I put my foundation. It kind of just gives me like a nice freshness. Lately, my skin has been going through the worst. It's been dry lately, so that kind of helps bring some hydration a little bit, so that way my foundation, because I use some mattifying foundation, so that helps with kind of like not bunch up in the dry spots. So yeah, this is gonna be my very first story time, so don't judge me. The story that I'm gonna be sharing is the struggle is real. The time that I peed on myself in middle school. Girl, oh my god, I actually still have some friends that I still talk to from middle school that are gonna see this and they're just gonna die, literally. But in middle school, this was in, what is it, what, 8th grade? 8th grade? Yeah, 8th grade. I think it was like maybe like second to last day of middle school. Yeah, the second to last day of school. I remember that day. I don't remember if I had a lot of water or what was going on, but I was like dying. I really had to go to the bathroom a lot that day. It was like on my last period of class, I really had to pee so bad. And I was like, oh my god, I can't hold it in. I should have gone like in between classes, but I'm stupid like that. I'm like, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, it hasn't gotten like bad where I'm like literally like turning red from holding it so much. No, I was still fine, but I really had to go to the bathroom. And my teacher at the time, I think I had like language arts, I think it is language arts. I can't remember. But anyways, and I seriously, oh my god, she was being a real biatch, dude, like a real biatch. Oh, just FYI, you guys, sorry. For foundation, I am using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 485. And honestly, I love this foundation. I think I talked about it in a previous video. I have someone dabbed on the back of my skin, and I'm just kind of like dotting it on my face. And then I'm just blending it out with a e.l.f. powder blurring brush, which looks like that. She was just being a real biznatch, bro. Like, she was not wanting to let anybody go. Unless if they were going to the library to check out books. Because if you guys don't remember, or maybe this is just my year, or do they still have it? I don't know. Back then, they used to have this thing called the accelerated reading? I don't know. That kind of where you read books and you earn points and you can cash those points for like fun stuff like books or pencils or notepads and gadgets and all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about? I hope you guys did. My teacher was not letting anybody go anywhere out unless if you're going to the library to check out a book for your accelerated reading. Like a couple of minutes pass and I'm just like kind of like shaking my leg. I'm just like, whoa, this kind of looks like I'm a dog. Like it's like, you know, stepping like this because it's starting to get bad and I'm like, I really need to go to the bathroom so bad. This bitch is not letting me go. Ugh. Because I remember I told her, I was like, at first, I was like, can I just go to the bathroom? And then she was like a real biatch and just said, you should have gone in between classes before the bell rang. And I'm like, ew, fuck you too then, bitch, whatever. I didn't say that, but I was just like, ooh, whatever, okay, my bad. She didn't let me go that first time, so I was like, okay, hold it in, it's not that bad. I think I'll be okay, you know. An hour's an hour. Didn't realize that an hour felt like literally an entire day. Oh, and then I'm just gonna take my little beauty sponge here and I just like to kind of just dab it here just to kind of like press the foundation into the skin. Just to make sure I get everything nice and blended. Then I just kind of like to go with a little bit of whatever's left over and just kind of like fill in areas where I feel like needs a little bit more coverage. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and now conceal a little bit, and I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in the shade, excuse me. This is in the shade medium. So I'm just gonna kind of just place it where I always conceal, which is under the eye. And then I kind of like to highlight my forehead a little bit. I kind of like to bring that feature out a lot. And then just uniform my here. This kind of helps like bring more focus to like my face being more like lenient like that rather than rounded. And then I kind of like to highlight the bridge of my nose here, guys. Lord knows that majority of my insecurity actually comes from my nose. So I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge and just kind of blend out that concealer situation going on. Where did I even leave off? I'll just start where I think I left off. She is like the nice teacher, but this time I don't know what happened. I think she became like the devil or something, or got possessed by one. And I was like, ooh, should have brought my medicine man to help cure that bitch. He was letting people go, like I think maybe like what, two at a time, 3 at a time, I think, just to go to the library to check out books. And I was like, should I not go? Should I just tell her that I'm gonna go check out books and not go to the bathroom? Honestly, I don't even know where my mind was going at the time. So I was like, okay, you know what? F it, we're gonna do it. Mrs. I forgot her name, but Mrs. Blank, whatever your name, Miss Anonymous, we're gonna call her because I can't remember her name. Honestly, she wasn't that important to me, so I was like, oh, miss, can I go I'm actually wanting to go to the library as well, so I can check out books for my accelerated reading thing. She's like, oh, okay. And all of a sudden her mood changed. She's like all happy, Judy. Okay, you can go. And I was whatever. She's like, oh, you can go, like, sure, why not? And I was like, okay. So I'm like grabbing my library card and my school ID, because you have to carry your school ID. Okay, so now that I concealed a little bit, I'm just gonna kind of just bake my eyes. And usually what I mean by baking is I like to put setting powder under my eyes, and especially the areas where I put concealer on, to kind of just bake everything down. And for all of you guys that don't know what baking means just basically using setting powder or any type of loose powder basically, and just kind of putting a kind of like a heavy layer of powder in the areas that you concealed. And what it does is the heat of your skin brings out the oils in your skin, which get trapped in this powder. So when you go to wipe off the powder down, it kind of just like smooths everything out and gives you like a very nice smooth finish, as well as it also helps with control your oils throughout the day. So the loose powder that I love using is the Beauty Bakery Flour Loose Setting Powder. This is in translucent. So I just like to kind of dab some on the lid right here. Gonna dab the powder in there on the sponge right here, and I'm just gonna pat it under the eye, on the chin here, because that's where I put concealer. Okay, on my nose here, just pat it on there, just whatever. Okay, and then on the forehead here. Girl, we look crazy. With baking, they say to always leave it between 5 to 10 minutes. I'm probably gonna leave it that much because I'm talking and doing my brow. If you have dry skin, I really kind of don't recommend too much baking. I would say once you set it, maybe give it like a minute or two, grab your brush and just kind of sweep it off, and bam, you're good to go. So I'm just gonna take this Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in medium brown, and I'm just gonna do my brows. I just like to take the little spoolie here and just kind of sweep my brows upward. Now, I am no expert when it comes to brows, but I usually just kind of follow when I do my brows, I kind of just follow my natural brow shape rather than just create a new one or all this and that. So I just follow my brow shape and just fill in where it's needed. Because I do have pretty like nice full brows, so I kind of don't like to teeter around too much with it. I just kind of like to shape it and fill it in a little bit, just to kind of give me like a nice like fuller brow. I don't freaking know. I'm gonna take the Brow Wiz and just kind of start filling in from the inside going upwards, and then just lining here. Let me go ahead and bring right here. Then when I start getting more towards like the middle here, towards the center, I kind of just start going very light-handed because I wanted to kind of just like ombre out from light to dark. So basically is I'm applying more pressure out towards the outer part of the brow and less pressure towards the inner part of the brow. Now, if you feel like you have you kind of got carried away with it, don't worry, grab a spoolie and just kind of just like brush it out, and that would help, you know, tone down your brow a little bit. So see? I like to keep my brows looking a little bit more natural than you know, other people, but that's just me. Go back to story time here. But you can't run in the hallway, so I was just walking really fast, and from my classroom to the library, it's not that like far, that much of a walk, so it's just literally like a hallway down. But I was like, oh my god, I'm dying, I need to go pee. I get to the library, in front of the library, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and set this out for you guys. Okay, so the library is right here. Oh, actually, here, let me use my brow pencil. So the library is right here, right? And the bathroom is literally like right like across from it. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm fucking weird like that, but I don't know what I was thinking, but I was afraid that if I went to the bathroom, the teacher would catch me going to the bathroom instead of going into the library like I said I was gonna do. So my dumbass, my dumb self, stupid hot mess. See, even when I was in middle school, I was a hot mess, and unfortunately that hasn't changed not one bit. I ended up going into the library knowing that I really had to go to the bathroom so bad, really bad, and so I'm like in the library and I started doing the like little jittery dance where, you know, when you have to pee you start dancing a little bit, so you're just like well, I wasn't dancing like that, but doing the dance in the library, and I'm just like, oh my god, I should have gone to the bathroom, and what the hell, bro, I'm so stupid. And I'm like, okay, I should leave leave the library real quick, go to the bathroom, go pee, and then come back and check out the books. But I was like, no, what if I get caught? Oh, they're gonna get mad at me. I don't know what was going on. I don't even know what was going on through my mind, real talk. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for wanting to go pee. Oh, so I'm just taking like a fluffy big brush here and just kind of just sweeping my bake off, and just with whatever, like the excess or whatever, just kind of pat it, blow it all over my face. Now I start kind of sculpting my face. This is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. I think I've actually talked about this before in a previous video. And honestly, I love the contour shade on here. So I love using it to contour my face and to kind of like contour my nose. So I'm actually gonna lightly contour my face, and then I'm just gonna sculpt my nose like I normally do, because I really kind of want to bring out more bronze to my face. So normally to contour my face, I have an angled brush, but unfortunately I didn't bring one as though I thought. So I'm just gonna use this fluffy brush here. This is from e.l.f. This is the Flawless Face Brush, and I'm just gonna dab it on there. How I contour my face, I like to kind of just align my hand. Sorry, I still have foundation left over. But I just kind of like to bring like my hand to my cheekbones and sculpt out like the hollows of my cheeks. Now each face is different, just FYI. So the way that I do my contour might not work out for, you know, a rounder face or whatever, you know? So again, I always say whenever you're learning how to contour your face, I always say just touch your face, get to know your face. How I feel comfortable is I use my hand here and I just kind of just sculpt out where the hollows of my cheeks are, so right here, which normally I kind of point it out to like the tip of my ear up here, and then just kind of line like that. And then I just kind of bring the brush, and normally I start with the light hand and then just kind of intensify. I really want the intensity to be more outer here and kind of just ease out and blend out as we go more in like towards the inner of the face. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now I don't like to kind of just drag like that. I kind of like to use like a rounding motion like that, just because I kind of actually want to blend out that contour instead of having that like streak going on like that. I want it just to kind of ease out and spread out a little bit, so that way I have like a more like nice, a little bit natural defined cheek contour. So, and I like to second my face like this. Bam, see? Can you see the difference? Now, holding the brush, now you guys might not think that holding the brush, how you hold the brush doesn't matter, but it actually does. I feel like for me, the more close that you grab the brush, the heavier you go with it. And so I tend to like to grab my brush almost going towards like the end of it, so that way there's less pressure on the brush when you're applying your contour or anything in general, to be honest with you. So I just kind of like to grab it on the end like that and just lightly work it into the skin. Again, that way so I don't have like an intense contour and it's like nice, soft, and blended. Nice little contour moment going on. And then I just kind of like to grab a little bit and just kind of go a little bit on my underneath here to kind of just sculpt my face a little bit here. And then again, I'm just going lightly because this is the part where you can kind of really mess up real quick, because this is where you can define but have this brown streak right here and not match with your foundation. So you always want to just blend everything together and always go in a nice like round motion. That is contouring for the face. Now, how I nose contour, I know this is actually a story time, but I'm actually now talking about contour. Really, Frankie? I normally use with nose contour, I usually like to use either an angled brush or a small round brush, something like this. Lately, I've been into like a small rounder brush. So this is the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush, and I love using this actually to kind of sculpt out my nose. Now, how I contour my nose, because I have a very kind of like narrow nose, but I have a very bulbous area right here. So I just like to take this small little detail brush and I just kind of dip here on the shade, tap off excess, and then I just kind of just start lining the side of my nose like that. And then I like to bring it towards the brow and just kind of connect my contour to my brow. Now it's gonna look crazy. This is fine because I'm actually just applying it on before I blend it out. So again, side of the nose. And I kind of like to bring it a little bit close to the bridge of my nose. Again, I'm holding the brush, again, towards the end. And then just connecting it to the brow. And then I kind of like to go a little bit and just kind of go underneath my nose here and just blend it here. Well, not blend, but just place my contour here. This helps kind of like even a little bit a little issue here. Bam, so we should something like that going on. I look crazy. And I like to now take this fluffy brush. This is a large eyeshadow brush. This is a like flat fluffy brush. And I just kind of, again, holding the brush at the end, I like to take the sides and just kind of sweep it outwards. And this helps just blend the contour. Again, this helps soften those lines. So that way you have a more like natural defined nose. And then a little bit on the nose here. We got a contour nose. Y'all know that I love using my favorite bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in Sunkissed. Oh, I love how it smells. Oh, so let me finish telling you guys. Okay, wait. Before I go ahead and finish the story here, because we're almost towards the end of the story. For bronzer, I love to bronze my face, and I love using a big brush, a big, like a big powder brush here. This is like almost like a paddle type style brush. So I love using a brush like this to apply bronzer. Amazing. Normally, I just like to tackle the high points of my face and kind of just warm up my cheeks a little bit from the contour. It's in the library, and literally I don't know what was going on through my head, and I was just, I guess you can say I was just afraid. And I leave if I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna get discovered and then I'm gonna be in trouble. And if I leave the library to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't know what was going on through my mind, but I really had to go pee so bad. It got so intense. I was just like, oh my God, I felt like I was going to literally explode. And it was just not fun. And this kid that I went to school with went into the library as well, and he saw me, and I was like, oh my God, what do you want? I was like, don't talk to me, go away. And he came and started talking to me a little bit, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And I kind of chased him off a little bit. So he went to go check out his books, and then he left. but I couldn't leave. It literally, you guys, it got so bad that I had literally a bridesmaid's moment. You know that scene where after they eat that food and they're trying on dresses and the bride is like, she can't use any of the bathrooms because it's all occupied because all the girls are all like, you know, crapping their pants and all that stuff. And she literally runs outside and she starts like squatting and she's literally like douching. Well, not douching, but she literally starts like shitting in the middle of the road. It got so bad I could not hold it in that I was walking very fast into behind a bookshelf, and I am just like, I literally squatted behind a freaking bookshelf and I just peed. It just flew out of me. Oh Lord Jesus, it's happening. It's happening. I am just like peeing behind a bookshelf. The struggle was real. This is it. I'm done with. Officially, just cancel me. Bye. Adios, queens. So after that happened, mind you, I remember the outfit that I was wearing that day. I was wearing a regular black shirt, and I was wearing those like very, what kind of jeans? They're the light blue jeans, kind of look like they went through like they were really lightened by Clorox, by bleach. That kind of a blue pant, like jeans, like washed jeans. I don't know, whatever, one of those two jeans, whatever. Yeah, I literally had like a full-blown like print of piss on my crotch going towards going to my knees and like easing out through like my back of my ass. So it was just like, how am I gonna go back to class after I just pissed on myself? Before I continue, let me go ahead and now apply blush. Now for blush, I love using the Alamar Cosmetics. Let me say it in my Latin and my Hispanic wording. I'm gonna be using the Alamar Cosmetics Colorete Blush Trio. This is in the medium tan palette. I'm gonna tackle Isla, which is like my most fave out of all three. Like I love using all three, but this one is my absolute fave. This is Isla. So anyways, we're gonna use that for blush. And then for blush, I love using either a like round brush like this if I'm kind of going for more of like a targeted intense blush, or I like using a big fluffy brush like this. This is from Real Techniques, and I like using this whenever I kind of want a more softened blush. So I'm actually gonna use this brush for my blush. So I'm gonna take Isla, okay, and just kind of just do my little smile face, because you want those cheekbones out, you want the apples of the cheeks to show, so that way you can apply your blush correctly and don't look like a hot mess. Okay, so, and then just kind of just lightly brush it on your apples of your cheeks, and I like to drag it out a little bit, that way so it gives my face more of like a sculpted look, I guess you can say. See, look at how pretty that is. There we go, got some blush on. Now for the finishing touches here, let's go ahead and apply highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm gonna be using an absolute new fave of mine. This is the Kylie Cosmetics, what is this? Oh, this is the wet set, my bad. This is the Kylie Cosmetics wet set highlighter palette. So that's how it looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyways, but yeah, it looks like that. Oh, there we go. You can see it like that. So it looks like that. So basically this formula is very like creamy. So on the touch, it feels wet, obviously, because it's called the wet set. So let me go ahead and give you like a quick swatch. So that's how it looks like. It's really like creamy. It's really pretty. So I'm using actually the shade that I've been using a lot, which is this one right here, which is Unbothered. This one right here. And I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is a Luxie small 512. This is a small contouring brush, but we use it as highlight. And I just kind of like dab it on like that. And just kind of apply this on the tops of my cheeks here. And I like to kind of just sweep it on there, so that way I blend it out a little bit. Anyway, so let me go ahead and finish my story here. So I literally just pissed on myself. Am shamelessly walking back to the classroom with a big old print on my pants of piss, and I am just trying to figure out how I'm gonna continue with life at this point. Oh my god. I literally jumped into my bag. I literally went to my desk immediately, and I grabbed my backpack and literally just hugged my backpack from the front, because it was worse in the front than it was in the back. So I'm like hoping that nobody saw me pissed or anything, and I'm just like praying and hoping that class is over soon so I can get on the bus, get home, shower, and change, because I just felt so ashamed of myself. And I was like, oh my god, oh man, this is it, this is the end. To my shocking, nobody ever found out, so when last bell rang, I immediately darted out of class with my backpack still covering my whole crotch, and I'm like running, well, not running, but walking fast as I could, to the bus, so that way I can get home. And I got home, I literally took off my pants, showered, and I cried myself in the shower. I was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Even though nobody, and I mean nobody, ever found out that I had peed on myself. It was so embarrassing. It was so bad. I honestly, I don't even know how I survived that day. And now to set everything, I always recommend using a setting spray. Now, one of my absolute favorites here is from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the Slay All Day setting spray. This is in the scent lavender, obviously, because I talked about it in the beginning of this video. But I love using this because it gives my face a nice refresh mist, but also does not give me that unneeded hydration that I don't want, that shine that I don't need. This helps control my oils throughout the day, keeps my makeup looking fresh throughout the day. So again, I love using setting sprays. I always recommend using setting sprays. So I'm just gonna grab my spray and just spray. Now, I like to use a very generous amount of setting spray on my face because I want to make sure that all the powders and everything that I use on my face combines all together and just seeps into my skin. That way, so I can look nice and refreshed and ready to go and not cakey looking. So normally I grab a makeup wipe and just kind of like wipe off foundation from my lips and call it a day, but I don't have a makeup wipe with me, so day anyway. So I'm just gonna probably just take this all off right now and shower and go to bed. That is it, you guys. This is my face. I hope you guys learned a couple of things while I was doing my face, and also let me know your thoughts on what you guys think about my story on me peeing on myself. Girl, oh my god, I don't think I've ever had an embarrassing moment as worse as that one. And I probably have at one point, I just can't think of it, but as of right now, that one is the one that I can always remember all the time. That one will always haunt me. I'd be like, what, 80 in my walker and just pissing on myself normally, and I can still recall that time that I accidentally peed on myself. So before I go ahead and let you guys go, again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. Go ahead and be part of the tribe. so y'all can see this hot mess, as well as make sure you guys hit that like button and share my video so that way we can bring in more people into the tribe so they can see my hot ass mess. Okay, so make sure you also leave some comments down there giving me some suggestions of what you guys want to see in future videos. I'd be happy to comply or take into consideration whatever you guys want to. So yeah, and let me know if you guys enjoy these like little story time thing situation. Also, yeah, just let me know if you guys want to hear maybe another story time for a future video. I don't know, I have like plenty, because I'm just a big old hot mess like that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.